Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Final Fantasy BFX's video. I know I'm a little late on this one. This came out a few days ago, but there's a combination with this. So we're reacting to this, and then we're going to be looking at this newsletter that was posted on my Discord. I'm sure everybody's already seen that already if you're that invested in this game, but you may not have seen this, you may have seen this, but we're going to talk about it. So, obviously I got to put these on. They're not the most appealing to look at, but, you know. Gonna have to put them on, so let's go ahead and listen now, shall we?
I'm Hiroki. I'm the producer of Final Fantasy Brave Express Global Battle. Thank you for always playing FFBE.
You guys still playing?
The reason I'm shooting this video today is to deliver a message to you, all players.
Okay, I'm ready.
We have received and read your recent feedback.
Believe me, there's a lot of it. There's a lot. It's more than the entire game's history is in feedback.
June 2023.
This is PR speak. This part is PR speak, so I wouldn't take much to fault. I wouldn't think too much about this. It's PR speak. Anyways.
Our long run has brought many changes to our team environment.
That much we already know, pretty much. War Divisions they took half of their team for War Divisions, basically.
We are not delivering the same level of enjoyment.
They admit it. They admitted it.
My sincerest apologies to all FFBE players who are always looking forward to new playing experience within the game.
Well, let's see some changes.
It's still working to bring you the best we can with weekly.
Arguable. Very arguable at this point.
Enjoy our game.
We'll see.
However, in the current state, we are unable to implement all of your feedback, and we are very sorry. We appreciate your understanding in the matter. The good news is that at the end of June, the game will finally celebrate the 8th anniversary.
Yeah, let's see how that's gonna look like. And then there's a thing that he throws in here. There's a hint that he throws in here.
Token of our gratitude, we are preparing the variety of content to celebrate that anniversary. Just as a sneak peek, we have our team working hard on new units that
May surprise you. Is it Hurley? Unlikely. But it would be cool if it was. We'll see. The reason why he's not looking at the camera, by the way, because obviously he's looking at the script. English is not his first language, so he has to look down at his script.
However, rest assured that we read all the feedback we receive.
It doesn't show it sometimes. It doesn't show it almost always, actually. We'll see how that goes. Alright. So it doesn't really show it all the time with how weeks come by and there's one unit and it barely gets buffed, or there's no buffs, or like there's almost no content. So a lot of that was PR speak, but hopefully, like, I don't like being negative, but if the 8th anniversary comes and goes and it's not really that exciting and there's not a lot of hype on it and there's not a lot of players coming back into the game and staying after the anniversary, that's that big thing. If you lose all your players after the anniversary is over, then it was pretty much meaningless anyways. You might as well not have done it because you didn't keep them. So you need to keep them. You need to do a hype anniversary, and you also need to keep them after the anniversary. That's the biggest problem with the anniversary. Sometimes people come back and say, "Oh, is this game good again? I heard there's an anniversary. I'm coming back in the game," and then they come back and it's just like, "Oh, it's the same stuff." So you need to make it exciting. You need to actually bring at least 1 or 2 people back from War Divisions back over to this side, and you need to get... Oh, well, oops. I didn't mean to show this, but I guess this is what we're listening to. That's the first time in years that I've actually shown you guys with the page that I'm using. Whoops. Okay, well, it's not a big deal. Anyways, here's the second part of the video. So let me know in the comments section what you guys think about the producer's letter. Is it good enough for you guys? Do you need more? I'm assuming you guys wanted more than that, but whatever. Anyways, this is a pretty big deal. This is This happened. This was just posted a few days ago. This is not like 3 years ago or something like some people might say, like, oh, this is an old article or something. Nope. This is of this month, only a few days ago. So, Brave Exvius dev Gumi to lay off 80 employees after posting net loss of 37 million. So, don't know if that is, because there's two Gumis. If you don't know that, some people still don't know this. There's two Gumis. There's one that is the one that we all know, that's developing the game, and then there's a one that's a little up further. So there's Gumi, that parent company. That's still, it's so confusing why I don't know why they did this, but Gumi's the parent company. Then there's two things like this, and then here's Gumi and here's Alum. So working on the JP global version. So I'm assuming they're talking about the main one, but they could be also talking about the global version Gumi. We'll find out. Mass layoffs in the games industry have reached Japan. Mobile developer Gumi has decided to cut roughly 11% of his 689 employees, not 800. So this is probably the parent company, because I think they're located in Japan still technically. So I know the global version is located in Singapore though. 80 employees next month. Okay. And voluntary recruitment, offering staff to file applications until July 5th. That's a decent amount of time. That's a lot of money to pay for severance packages. That's a lot of money. That's in yen, but still a lot. Okay, so reasons for the job cutoffs: underperformance of this latest mobile game. Aster Tarquarius, which I didn't even hear about this, so that kind of tells you a whole lot about what this game is. I've never even heard of it. No one's mentioned it in my Discord. I think like one person mentioned it, and like no one really paid attention to it. Usually, if something is really hype, someone will come to me like a private message, or like ping me in my Discord. It's like, oh, you're gonna cover this game, that kind of a thing. And I didn't get that at all, so I'm assuming this game wasn't even good at all. That's what I'm judging it on. Someone pinging me in my Discord if it's good or not. So that's a lot of money to lose. In last quarter, it ended April 30th. Its operating loss doubled. Okay, that's kind of insane. That's pretty insane. According to Gumi, the changes are necessary to ensure sustainable growth for the company. Okay, whatever. And then it's not. Oh yeah, I did hear about this, by the way. It's not possible to just fire employees in Japan. I heard about this. I've heard this from other videos that I've watched, that it's pretty hard to do that because of their laws and structure there in Japan. So looks like that's gonna be it. We don't. That's just filler talk. So I think the game is still going to be out, but I don't know how. The game is already almost like in maintenance mode, and if you don't know what that means, basically it's at the lowest. It's in like if it was like if there's no power in a building and the emergency lights were on, that's the comparable to what we're in right now. We're in like have the emergency lights on. We're not really doing a whole lot. Can they like not share World Division's devs with FFBE devs at this point? Maybe put them in the same building. I know it's gonna be a lot harder work, but you could structure it where like maybe half of the day, a work day, not a whole day. Half of the day they work on World Division stuff. Half of the day they go over to the Brave Exvius office and help them out a little bit. I think that's what needs to happen at this point. If they're not already doing that. I don't think they are, so I think that they do need to help out over on the Brave Exvius side if they want to keep this game alive, which they still haven't shut the game down, so that's already a sign that they could be doing that. But I think that they need to split the workload. They need to help out with the workload here because obviously they can't keep up. The one person in the FFBE office needs to have one other person at least to help them work out all this stuff here. The positives is obviously a lot of the stuff JP is already made, so all you have to do is port it over. That's the easy part. And then when it comes to global weeks, of course they have to make stuff and port it over. But they should already be made. All they got to do is put it in to the main server. So, all right, well, I'm gonna leave my opinion for after the anniversary is over. Let's see what the anniversary looks like. Let's try to be optimistic. And then after the anniversary is over, if they go back to the same way they've been doing, and maybe even less, and a lot of more people start leaving, I think the game might not live until the end of the year. That is my preemptive opinion. But after the anniversary is over, I'll be able to have a more solidified answer on what the game is going to be looking like. It's really sad. This is one of my favorite games of all time. The 5 to 7 star era was like the golden age. The most fun I've had in any kind of mobile game was the 5 to 7 star era, because you could do so much stuff. All the trials were interesting. There was tons of trials to go through. You know, testing units out was more interesting because, you know, it was more interesting to see what a unit could do in a trial instead of just looking at a spreadsheet. I mean, obviously the spreadsheet was still there, but you could still test out units and it would be fun. But nowadays, they're basically almost all the same, with some minor differences like Cloud is more interesting than most units. Alright, well, that's going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you guys very much for watching. Appreciate you. Leave me all of your comments in the comment section down below. I have to see you, right there. I'm looking at you in the middle seat, looking at you. I want to see you in the comments, and I want to see you in the next video too. Peace.